I've turned off the green screen and it still does this, so I guess this dress is just magic. Kind of like the hat for Frosty the Snowman. The hat is messed up in Frosty the Snowman. If we listen to the lyrics from the song Frosty the Snowman, there must have been some magic in that old silk hat they found. First of all, they found the hat. They don't know whose hat this is. There must have been some magic. Like, that's so flippant. You don't know where the magic came from. You don't know what the magic is. You just found this hat. It brought a snowman to life, including, like, speech skills and dancing skills and sentience and awareness that he will die if he melts. So you just found a hat randomly on the ground. You put it on a snowman. Clearly this hat is the property of some mad wizard. He might have lost it and is really mad that he lost his favorite magical hat. Clearly, the magic that is bringing a snowman to life, that is not a small magic trick. That is bringing something abiotic to life, including sentience, dance skills, and speech skills, and awareness of mortality. This dude is clearly an extremely powerful wizard, whoever owns this hat, and you just took the hat for your snowman? Like, now you've probably got an angry wizard after you and your snowman. What did you bring him to life for? Just to die when the hat comes off because it belongs to an angry, very powerful wizard? Frosty the Snowman is so messed up. Like, thumpity thump thump, look at Frosty go over the hills of snow. He's running from the wizard. Clearly there are some kind of magical shenanigans going on here, and I'm not okay with that because they just put like the whole town in danger. All of the kids in whatever town it is, they don't understand the implications of that kind of magic. Like, there's like magic that can turn something into something else, like transfiguration. There's magic that's like a little magic trick, like you could change the color of something. Or you could, like, make it appear differently. You could make, like, an image appear. But to bring something that has never been alive to life, like a snowman, just because it's in the vague image of a human, a snowman, that's whatever. But just because it is in the vague image of a human does not make it easier to bring it to life. And a snowman isn't really that much in the image of a human. Like, it has a head, and it's relatively vertical. That's not what humans look like, though. But just because it kind of looks like a person does not mean it's easier to bring to life. The kind of magic that brings things that have never been alive to life, unless you've got something super powerful going on, like an immense amount of childlike devoted love for a snowman, first of all, that's messed up in and of itself. That is very powerful magic that can just do it on a whim. You put the hat on the snowman's head and it just comes to life. That's extremely powerful magic. So now you have this wizard who is clearly so powerful that he can just cast spells like that willy-nilly on his hat that he just loses. And now he's lost that hat, so he's probably got some kind of magical government after him. And it's on a snowman. What if getting it wet messes up the spell? What if you've ruined his fancy hat forever? He's gonna be so mad. This is why Frosty the Snowman is a really messed up story. Frosty didn't even ask to be brought to life. He was abiotic. He was not conscious or sentient or alive. We all know the difference between biotic and abiotic, right? So abiotic is something that is not alive and has never been alive and it's not alive, it's not dead, it's just not alive, like a rock. I mean, nature has its own life, whatever, but if I show you this hair clip is not alive. It never has been. In order to bring it to life, I would probably have to do some pretty powerful magic. Like, there is a difference between animating an inanimate object. I could animate it and make it look like it's alive with a less powerful spell. It's not actually alive, but I could make it look like it's alive, even though it's not. Animation is way easier than actually bringing something to life. But this is abiotic. It is not alive, it has never been alive, it never will be alive without some very powerful magic. So, Frosty the Snowman is made of snow. Snow is abiotic. It's just frozen water crystals, okay? So, don't all girls bring inanimate things to... I don't know. I don't think that's something everybody does. Well, maybe he is. Maybe Frosty was just animated and was just like a really detailed facsimile of life. That's possible. But the fact that he was like spontaneously considering his own mortality and being flippant about it tells me there's something much more powerful at work there. I could be wrong. I wasn't there for Frosty the Snowman. But this is my analysis. Because he was like, let's go and have some fun now before I melt away, right? He is aware of his own mortality. He is aware that if he melts, he is gone. He is aware that his life will end. Which, maybe it won't, because if he's already been brought to life from abiosis, then who knows if he would be like sentient water, which is a whole other problem. There's like a whole Korean drama about how bad that would be. But he's aware of his own mortality. He wants to dance and run around and have these experiences. To me, these are traits of a sentient being. So he just knew how to talk, first of all. Giving speech skills is a whole other ballgame when it comes to bringing things to life. Like if I brought this hairpin to life, it might still not like talk, because first of all, talking is very much a human and humanoid thing. That's not something that happens with animals. I have not seen any creature that can speak spontaneously as humans do that is not also like at least conscious on some level. So the fact that he has speech skills, hydrate, good idea. The fact that he has speech skills, the ability to articulate his thoughts, intelligence, awareness of mortality. They say he dances too. He's aware of, he says, let's go and have some fun. He's aware of like pleasant experiences. This is all stuff that does not just come automatically with life or even sentience. Like, think about it, you as humans. Most of you guys are humans, yes? Think about it as a human. You are not born with awareness of these concepts. You have to learn to talk. You have to learn to like decide which experiences you find enjoyable and which you don't find enjoyable. And you have to cope and grapple at some point with your own mortality. Yes? Frosty is just pre-made with all this stuff. And since he was not made by whoever cast this life-giving spell, he was built by the children. So, yes, children have a magic all their own, sure, but I don't think that there was some kind of, like, powerful, accidental thing worked there, unless one of these kids maybe had, like, magical powers. Clearly, this hat in Frosty the Snowman is very exceptionally powerful magic. And it seems like no one in the town itself is aware that there might be a very powerful mage in their midst. So there is someone around who is powerful enough to make a hat like that and then just leave it around and like wear it out. Presumably they might very well be undead, which I'm not saying all undead are like bad people, not necessarily, but if they have to have a hat that keeps them alive and a hat like that this may not even be a person. This may be an object that somehow gained sentience and magical abilities, and so had to make like a hat that would keep them alive after the original thing that brought them back to life died. Like, this is complicated magic and I can't explain it all. Frosty is not necessarily a zombie. He isn't a zombie because, at least as far as I know, Frosty is indeed a snowman. He is made of snow. He should be entirely abiotic. He should be entirely, like, just not alive, never will be alive, short of this powerful magic. Frosty is a spirit. Oh my god, what if the hat is the wizard? Well, then we're lucky Frosty didn't, like, go on a rampage through town, I guess. Maybe it's a friendly wizard. I just know that a lot of spirits trapped in objects for a long time don't tend to be super happy about that. That is a good point, citizen. I just question where the spirit came from, then. To be able to, like, imbue a hat with their essence. Isn't there a Frosty horror movie? I don't know. I don't know all of the Frosty the Snowman lore. I'm talking about the song and like a little bit of the movie. I'm mostly basing this on the song though, because the movie is based on the song and all the movies are based on the song, so I'm pretty sure the song came around first. Hang on, let me look it up. Frosty the Snowman might have been a disembodied soul. With a corncob pipe does he know how to smoke? And 2 eyes made out of coal. There we go. It's literally by the same dude as Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Jack Rollins and Steve Nelson are just here telling us all these horrifying Christmas stories. They wrote Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer too. So now we've got Frosty, which may well be a story about like an angry wizard out for vengeance or a ghost trapped in a hat and forced to inhabit the body of a snowman. Or we have Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, which is about an innocent caribou being mercilessly bullied his entire life for a congenital trait that he did not choose. His shiny nose, he just had it. He didn't choose that. He was presumably born with it. And then taken advantage of to pull Santa's sleigh when they decided he was useful. What do Jack Rollins and Steve Nelson know? Oh my God. All is merry and bright, my eye. Frosty is just this... Jack Frost? Oh, it might be Jack Frost. Depending on which Jack Frost you're talking about. Seems like that would be a reasonable expectation. Is that a sorting hat? Isn't there a... You'll melt it. This is the thing. Frosty the Snowman and Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer both have horrifying magical implications, and I'm not okay with this. Like, these are just happy, fun songs. No, these are like stories of horrible things. I mean, I'm not saying don't sing Frosty the Snowman or Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. They're catchy. I'm not begrudging anyone their Christmas songs. I love me some Christmas songs. I'm just saying, if you think about it for more than like 5 seconds... Merry Christmas, Joschka! Frohe Weihnachts! Wie geht's?